Hello, MysteriousPayne. Welcome to another episode on the BrokeRock server. Yes, can you believe it? I am back here on the server. Now, if any of you are wondering why I haven't been here, well, I guess I'll get to that later. Hopefully there's going to be some sort of a time lapse where I have more time to explain everything. But for now, let's get to the interesting stuff. It is 1.17. The BrokeRock server is now officially in part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update. And look what I have. Look what I have. Ah, look at them. I have a bunch of axolotls, which we're going to use today to make a very interesting farm. I think I'm going to build it all the way down there. Ignore this. Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty sure you guys don't know why I'm here and not at my other snow base. It's a long story, and again, I'll get to it later. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and mess around with some of the 1.17 stuff because, hey, waste not, want not. No one here is getting any younger, and the update isn't going to wait for me to catch up. So I'm going to go ahead and build a very nice farm with these guys, and I'll show you what I mean right now. Oh, so beautiful. Glow squid. Copper! Yes! You know, I forgot that drown drop copper now. Oh, and I thought I was gonna have to go out all the way over to unloaded chunks to be able to find it, but yay! We got some copper! Boom! Wow, that is high. Okay, so this is the height that we're gonna build a farm at. The reason we gotta build it this high is because I don't want anything down there to be spawnable. We're trying to farm fish here. You might say, why don't you just go fishing? Well, because it's not actually the fish I'm looking for, it's the bone, or specifically the bone meal, but axolotls can kill fish. Obviously, if I have a spawning tank for fish and axolotls go and kill them, I'm going to get a bunch of fish drops, which includes bones, and it's actually a really good way to get bones if you don't have a skeleton spawner around here, and I don't. And but I think there's a zombie spawner somewhere around here. It's just I didn't really want to use it yet, but now that we can get copper from drown, we might use it, if I'm right. I'm not sure if I actually did find one, if I'm just imagining it, but nevertheless, I have... Oh, no, okay, so I got a shulker box all the way down there, but I'm going to go ahead and start building it right up there. Okay, so this is the platform that we're going to go off of. I better light this up quick, because when I came up here, after grabbing some more supplies, there were some creepers up here, so I'm going to go ahead and line this up with jack-o'-lanterns. Now, as I see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there is no actual middle, so it is going to be a little bit off-center, but who cares, right? I mean, this is just there to prevent spawns. This isn't meant to look nice. And I wanted to build the fish tank out of glass because, I mean, what kind of a tank doesn't have glass? But I didn't really have enough, and I wasn't going to go and search out for a geo to make it with, like, tinted glass and all that stuff, but yeah, I just used what I had. It's not going to look the nicest, but it's going to function, and that's really what I care about. Okay, so now the next step after I've built all these walls, ignore that, that's just a few axolotls there all chilling in the corner. I have to build a layer like I have right here, and this is just temporary. It's going to be removed. It's so that the water that I'm going to put in here is going to flow the way I want it to, because this whole thing obviously is going to be flooded so that fish can spawn, but the top layer of water needs to be flowing water. So if I have a layer like this and place, like, say, a bucket here, well, it's going to go that way now, but normally it would go this way. It's going to stop all the way here, and it's going to go into the hoppers that I'm going to have at the edge. But of course, this has to be covered first, so that's next step. Okay, so it's time to flood this. Now, I've actually got some ice, so I can do it the easy way. I better close this up real quick. I'm not going to flood it completely in this clip, but just so you know, if anyone wants to flood an area, ice is the way to go. Don't bother with buckets and doing all that. Just well, I mean, in this situation is a little bit different, but you know what I mean. Way easier than trying to fiddle around with buckets, stuff like that. Easy, 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 and it's gonna flood itself. Yeah, see, it kind of turns everything into a water source. So I just go ahead like that. And a matter of fact, I think I can just hold it. Yeah, I can be AFK like this. Anyway, let's go ahead and flood this whole thing. Okay, this place is completely flooded. Now, nothing should spawn yet because this thing is still on here, but hopefully, I think they can spawn if there's, like, brick down here. I don't think it has to be, you know, gravel or dirt. I think it just has to be a solid block. But now it is time to do this top bit. And I actually just realized down there that you don't have to do the ice every block even. You can just do it every other block and it'll work. So, I believe I've done this correctly. This farm is actually almost ready, funnily enough. I thought it would take longer. I anticipated this taking pretty much the whole episode. But, well, I mean, it's going to take some more than just this. We're going to have to test it out as well. Maybe we should put one there. Yeah, that brings it out there. Okay. Excellent, okay. Seems to be working all good. What's going on there? Probably just needs an update. Get... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and by the way, I don't know if I show you these, but these hoppers all lead to there. Pretty straightforward, actually. I don't think I really need to show you guys. Common sense. I just got to show you how to do this because this is something that not a lot of people know. If you want to make the top layer of water a flowing source instead of, you know, it turning into water sources all the way through, you just put a layer like this and it works. And all I got to do is take this layer out and that should work. Now, by the way, the layer that bees are in is going to have to be filled in with water sources, so the layer that I'm taking out, because obviously there's no water sources there. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you'll see the items, they just float suspended right there, and until, you know, you fill it up. But I'll do that off camera because you guys don't want to see me doing that. Okay, I think I've built it wrong. I built it off by one block, so I need to go ahead and fill all of these in with a block. It's not going to be too big of a deal. It's easily fixable. Well, what concerns me more is, how did these drown get up here? When I tested this in creative, and believe me, I tested this a lot, days and days, when this was lit up, drown wouldn't spawn. Perhaps I need to light up this here. That shouldn't be too hard. I got plenty of pumpkins. I can take care of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and fix our little mistake. Right, now I think there's only one, or I guess 2 steps left to do. I just gotta slap this so that nothing spawns on top here. And then I gotta add the axolotls. I fixed this. I added some glass panes here. This space right here, by the way, is perfect. It's just the right amount, just the right size for a fish to get stuck in and suffocate, but not quite big enough for an axolotl to suffocate in. So it's perfect. And as you can see, there's some squid there too. So hopefully I can get a whole bunch of squid out of this, but what I'm mostly looking for is bones. Now someone might say, why don't I just put a ceiling over it so I can get glow squid? Well, it's complicated. What happens is, if I cover it with a ceiling, well, first of all, this high it wouldn't work anyway because glow squid can only spawn up to Y level 62, I believe, or 63. But even if I did build it all the way down there, if I put a ceiling over it, what would happen is glow squid and axolotls have pretty much identical spawning conditions in 1.17 bedrock for the time being. I don't know if that's going to be changed in 1.17.1 or whatever, or 1.18, but point is, right now they spawn exactly the same. So what ends up happening is some glow squid will spawn. Same thing with axolotls. axolotl attacks the glow squid, which is a good thing because you get the drops. But then once the glow squid have exited the mob cap, you don't know what's going to spawn next, more glow squid or axolotl. So eventually what ends up happening is you just end up with a tank with nothing but axolotls with the mob cap full, no glow squid left to spawn. So that doesn't really work. So I'm still trying to work out a way to farm glow squid. But so far this, I think, is going to be very, very good. So let's go ahead and finish this up, and hopefully it'll work just fine. Okay, now's the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see if it actually works. Let's go ahead and... There you go. Oh, look at him. Oh, it works. Now I'm gonna need a few more, which I have stashed over at my base. And I'm gonna gather even more than that. This is gonna need to be completely filled up with axolotls everywhere you see. That's the only way I can get any decent rates, at least. Like in the creative world that I tested, which was about the same as this. By the way, the glass is working perfectly. The fish are suffocating there. Just so you know, axolotls have a cooldown. As you see, right? They've each killed one, so they're not attacking anymore. They have a cooldown of a few minutes, I think. That's why I need so many of them in here. But when a fish suffocates right there and dies, you've saved yourself a cooldown, right? If it hasn't been killed by an axolotl, then you haven't had to use up one of the kills that the axolotls are allowed. And it's actually way more efficient than I realized. It's getting better suffocation rates than I was in creative. And yep, all seems to be working good. Bones already. Well, there was some drowning here earlier. I'm hoping that first of all, if I find a good enough AFK spot, I might be able to just avoid drown spawns altogether. But it might need to be lit up a little bit more, just to prevent that, or to actually be filled with more axolotls. Because when I tested this in creative, I think that the reason I didn't get that many drown spawns is because I had completely filled this up with axolotls. You know, mob cap and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab some more. Okay, so I feel like I owe you guys an explanation about why I haven't been posting that much content lately. So ever since the beginning of Season 3, I have had many problems. Every single episode that I try to record ends up either getting corrupted, something ends up going wrong in editing, and either something gets lost, and stuff just never works out. This has happened like 5 or 6 episodes in a row now. I would have had content out for you had it not been for my bad luck. And it's just stuff that I really can't salvage or fix. And that's kind of why I got demotivated and ended up recording Chicken Block with SentreNet, which you should go check out, by the way, because it's very fun. But another problem I had was that I accidentally chose a area that was overlapping with someone else's base, and they had chosen it before me, and I had to back out, and that also kind of demotivated me, and I didn't really know what to do. So that's why I'm not back at the base that you saw originally in season or in episode 0. But hopefully now 1.17 is out. It's a great time for a fresh start. So hopefully we can keep it going. Right. Everything is finished. It is the next day. I have gotten myself some more axolotls. And of course, you know, it took me a long time. As you can see, it is now, like I said, the next day. But this is working very well. It still needs way more axolotls because I can still see drown spawning here. Might need to fix some of it. Like I might need to put some like glass to replace that block so they don't spawn up here. And then I might need to put like some sea pickles or something down there so nothing spawns. And I might even need to put like a dark room behind here to have a few spawn in, so that they can take up the mob cap and prevent them from spawning in here. So, yeah, I went AFK. I'll show you the time lapse of that in a bit, but I went AFK for a few hours, and my goodness, we got a lot of drops. Look at that. We got a full double chest. Didn't get enough squid, but hey, I was expecting that. We don't have to worry about food ever. Fish, all the fish that we need, salmon, cod. Look at all the bone meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stacks of bones. Actually, now that I think about it, since it's full, I don't know if it's even backed up to the hoppers yet, is it? Oh my god, it is! Okay, well not all the way, but... So we have just a little bit more. Yeah, the tropical fish, that was a result of me trying to breed them, and I accidentally let the fish out instead of giving it to the axolotl, and they just killed it. Did I trap myself? Hold on, let me... Okay. Anyway. Yeah. That actually reminds me. The last order of business, after I do what I'm supposed to do now, is to make a better way of getting up there. Because this scaffolding is not that good. Probably a bubble column or something. This lava was here because I saw an axolotl down here. So I got rid of one of my lava buckets, which the reason we need them is because I want to start smelting. What I do with the sand? Oh, I didn't get it. Whatever. Yeah, I need to start smelting that fish because that's going to be a lot of experience, right? So that's the other benefit of this thing is that you have enough food to cook, and then you can probably have enough experience to repair your tools. I just put mending on everything, by the way. This thing didn't have mending before. All these things didn't have mending either. They're not the best, but they are netherite, so I just need to repair these. By the way, I've noticed a few bugs with 1.17. I think mending isn't working the way it's supposed to, so these, like I was holding this when I pulled out the XP from my furnace, and according to 1.16, it's supposed to prioritize the thing that you're holding in your hand rather than your armor, but it just went ahead and repaired these, didn't touch this. I think that's a bug, unless something changed and I wasn't aware of it. But as far as I'm aware, that's not how mending was supposed to work post 1.16. Mending was supposed to be, it prioritizes what you're holding first, and then if there's anything left over from mending, then it goes to your armor. So I'm gonna try and repair all of this with all the fish that I have. Oh, another bug that I noticed. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this too, but look at my skin. It's not really working properly. And like up there with my paper doll, and let me see if it, yeah, even like this. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. But let's go ahead and go up there and build a bit of a furnace. Okay, so I actually made a bit of a boo-boo, and I wasn't, my mic was muted during my last clip where I actually showed you guys some stuff, so I can't show it to you again because I already took the experience out of the furnace, but it got me all the way up to level 20, plus some, like I repaired some of my tools, but I did end up losing, I ended up losing one of my pickaxes. I think it was... Yeah, it was my Silk Touch pickaxe. I ended up losing that because in order to make this bubble column, I poured some lava down here, and then I poured some water next to it so I can create the walls for it. And I ended up falling, and my stuff scattered around, and my pickaxe went into the lava. So did my armor, actually. But my pickaxe was not netherite, so it did not survive. Everything else did, thankfully. So yeah, it repaired my pickaxe and then got me all the way up to level 20. So I do have more fish to smelt. The problem right now is fuel. I've wasted all my my coal, and I've just been going back and forth to the nether getting lava. But problem is I never really actually set up my nether portal, so I've been using jokers, and just going back and forth is a bit of a pain in the bum. And it's about getting dark now, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out something to do about this fuel situation of ours, and then hopefully I can show you guys myself getting to level 30 with this. Okay, I think I finally solved the fuel problem. I went mining earlier, but then I realized, well, how long is that going to last? You know, I got a whole bunch of coal, got a stack of block of coal, but it's just never really permanent, is it? But a kelp farm is. And I decided, hey, why build a separate kelp farm when I can just put some kelp along the line of this tank, and I can have 2 farms in one. So this one seems to actually be working way better than I expected to. In Season 2, I had a kelp farm, and it was kind of laggy. This one seems to be way smoother. Now, of course, I smelted all the fish, and there's more in here and in here. I put some of it because I just didn't have the inventory space. But look, it's actually producing quite a bit of kelp, and that's what I'm smelting right now because I already got rid of all the fish, and I haven't really done an AFK session to gather up more, so figured, hey, better get a whole bunch of fuel right now, and then, yeah, keep it up. It's actually a very nice source of XP, so I should be good. The irony is that in order to actually get all the stuff needed to smelt all the stuff, I actually had to get more XP by, you know, just going to the Nether to get quartz, or quartz for the observers, and just so on. So I'm going to see if I can repair my tools with all these and then get past level 30 and then see how far I go. So let's go for the... actually, let's take off this first, just so there's no... that bug doesn't really affect us. Let's see, actually... okay. Actually, we should do this to all of them. Right, first one. Okay. Ooh, level 33. Okay, that's perfect. Now we just need to repair this. Can let that go again. Now that's repaired. Level 36. Really nice. Well, everything else is repaired, so I might as well just see how much this gives us. 38. Okay, not bad. And level 40. Gotta say, guys, this pretty good idea, I gotta say. I didn't really think when I started this, I'm like, is it gonna be a good farm or not? Very good. Very useful. So that is, however, going to be it for me for this episode. Oh, goodness. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. If you did, please leave a like, and don't forget to hit that bell.